What's good, Flytechs? Coming at you with another video. Today we're gonna do the Google Home. Dope device. Come join me, check it out. But first, make sure you subscribe. Hit the little notification bell down there, and make sure you check me out on Instagram, Google Plus. You might see my fly kicks, the fly fit, the dope hats. You might see it all. Make sure you check us out, Flytechs. Hit subscribe, and more to come. Google Home for now. Here we have it, the Google Home. This is a must buy for all my Flytechs out there. I'm gonna go ahead and run through what I didn't like about it because there's so much I do like about it. Let's go in and get the qualms out the way. As you've seen with my other home automation, smart assistant type devices, this thing suffers from the quarter death. I feel like these things should have some type of onboard battery, at least even if it's small, where I could carry this to a different part of the room, keep the party rocking, whatever, where I wouldn't have to have it, hung into this thing. That sucks. Device costs all this money. Let me be able to carry it where I want to. So yeah, that sucks, but that's the ongoing thing for most home automation devices. So I think the Amazon Tap, you could buy an accessory and a couple other things out there. But yeah, most of them you have to be plugged in. I don't know why that decision was made. That sucks. Sucky part number 2, it seems to go down every now and then. It's gonna make a noise because it's about to start up. Yeah. Anyways, it went down one time on me. From what I read on Reddit, it can be seen as a rare occurrence, but it did go down. Just to be transparent here, it did go, as much as I like this thing, it did go down, and it was out of service for a while. Every time I would ask it something or command it to do something, now we're on. This thing is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the sound it makes when it comes on.
By the way, your microphone is off right now. To turn it on, press the button on the back of Google Home.
So you know how to turn the microphone on and off now. Thanks, Google. Anyways, so yeah, it does go down, and when you call customer service, it sucks. They have you waiting for a long time, and then my personal representative at Google was not that knowledgeable about the device, and it's kind of something I expect them to be knowledgeable when I call in after spending money on one of your devices. So that kind of sucks. What else? The app can be really confusing. The app tries to encompass a lot of things that it doesn't need to encompass. The app does a lot more than control this. It wants to control your whole home entertainment experience, and it controls a lot of functions that's not related to this. And that could kind of be confusing because I was clicking on things like, how does this relate to the home? Like, what is this about? And the app wants you to live inside of it and kind of control everything from there, but that's not what I was looking for. When I downloaded another app to control this, I wanted it to control this. So that might be just my personal qualm. But hey, that's me. All my Flytechs out there understand that. But that's pretty much where the buck ends. The cord, the customer service, and it being down, and the app being kind of confusing. Other than that, I mean, this thing is awesome. This thing is awesome. Let's run through the good. Let's run through it right quick. All right. So you can turn the mic off in the back of it. There's a little button. Let me see if I can get it to focus in on it. Boom. There's a little button right here. You probably can't see it. Let's see if I can get it in there. There's a little button right here. You can see it right there. Boom. That's the mic button. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on.
Microphone on.
The standout feature right here for this device, this small little device fills up an entire room. I have a Bluetooth speaker, and I can't think of the name of it right now. Yeah, my girlfriend just told me off to the side. A Harman Kardon Bluetooth speaker. Awesome. That thing thumps. I love it. But I have not been using it just because this does that and so much more. I'm not saying that the sound is comparable because that's an HK speaker, so obviously it's meant to rock out. You can rock out with that thing. But this does good enough of a job where I find myself ignoring that. This little speaker amazed me so freaking much. It fills a room. It fills an entire room. It is clear and distinct. Even when you're playing music on this, it can still distinguish and pick up your voice. It has 2 little speaker holes up top. Again, see if you can see that, guys. Right there, you can barely see it. Boom. That's a speaker hole, and that's one right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna have to power on again, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up and let you see what the speakers look like. You'd be amazed. So this does come open. That's the base. The base is interchangeable. I'll talk about that in a second. Very simple. And here you go. These are the speakers. These are the speakers all around. These things, let me tell you, will fill up a room. You got your lady, you know, you say, okay, Google, play some slow jams. It's getting the job done. My boy Smash likes it. We all be rocking out. So yeah, it sits into this little cup like that. It's removable. And the reason why it's removable, because these bases are interchangeable. You could buy all kind of different bases. I think they got gunmetal, they got wood, they got all kind of crazy stuff. So keep in mind, if you don't like this look per se, you can always change out the base. This happens to go with my home, the whole gray and wood and blue type thing. I'm rocking out with this like this because this is how I rock out. Fly text only. You know how we do. So this speaker right here sits back. How many speakers is it? We've got 1, 2, 3. And it sits in there. It locks in. Locked in. Boom. So there we have it. And of course the speakers sit in this cup, so it fills up the room. It radiates out. Sound is not a problem here. I was blown away. My favorite part is the sound. I'm an amateur audiophile, and this did it for me. One thing I will say with the Amazon, the lights on the Amazon seem to be a lot cooler as far as the top of it. It gave you that Star Trek tech feel. This is more just the Google colors, red, blue, yellow. You know, but I mean, that is what it is. You can control the volume from the top. Just touch the volume. See if I get a shot of that. You just touch the volume from the top. Focus in, camera. It goes up and you can see the lights going up and down. Up, down. That's how you control the volume. Or you control it from your phone. Or you can actually tell Google volume up, volume down. So, I'm gonna give a demonstration of a couple things this can do. I found myself every morning asking, what was the weather? I didn't have to look at my phone. Didn't have to look at the weather app, the weather channel, nothing. Just, okay, Google. What's the weather for today?
Today in Atlanta, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 70 and a low of 54. It's 70 and mostly cloudy.
And that's at the volume at relatively low. So let me see if I can get it to turn up. Okay, Google, turn the volume up by 50%. And the volume jumped up. Let's hear it again. Okay, Google, what's the weather for today?
It'll be partly cloudy today in Atlanta with a forecasted high of 70 and a low of 54. Right now it's 70 and mostly cloudy.
I usually don't turn my volume up that low just because like she's like screaming at you. But it can get, that wasn't even the loudest. It can get pretty loud if you need to. I mean, it's an alarm. It has so many functionalities in it. What else? Some other things. I'm trying to think of some real common things that I ask the home to do. I ask for the weather. Oh yeah, of course I asked you to play music. I'll give you a short demo on how the music is. Okay, Google, play Young Noah.
Sure, here's Young Noah on Google Play Music.
Like I said, this fills up a room. And I'm also going to show you that while the music is loud as it is now, it will always pick up my voice. I was so thrown by that. Blasted music, and as soon as I say those magic words, it still just cut off and picked up like this. Okay, Google, stop. That, I mean, it's just, I mean, as a home automation device, is cool. Another thing, I hooked it up to my Nest Smart thermostat, and in comparison to how the Amazon Alexa work, it's just more seamless. It's just more like, it's more natural, as if I'm talking to a person. I can say, okay, Google, turn off the heat.
Sure, turning the master bedroom off.
And just like that. Now, if I was to ask Alexa that, I would have to say, okay, Alexa, turn off the master bedroom thermostat. You have to be real exact with your phrases, and it's kind of mechanical. I don't want to have to think. I just want to talk to you. I want you to integrate in my life. So this is a lot more integration to your life. Another bonus of this is it's a Google product. So Google's the largest search engine. So therefore, being within that ecosystem, it pulls a lot more information a lot quicker than, say, Amazon Alexa's, because I'm not sure all the search engines that they're pulling from, but it's not always Google. So sometimes they don't have all the answers that I'm looking for. Something else cool I can ask them. Okay, Google, tell me a joke.
Okay, here you go. There are two fish in a tank, and one says to the other, "How do you drive this thing?"
Sometimes the jokes are not funny. And that's just a prime example. Let's go for another. Okay, Google, tell me a joke.
One joke coming up. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course. Houses can't jump.
Again, so it's not a comedian, but it will play jokes. You can play trivia games. And another thing that is cool about this, but it's also a drawback, in the app, there's these like little applets in it from other companies, so you can play games and things like that through the Google Home, but it's not that well integrated. Once you learn how to say the certain phrases to use them, it'll be cool. Like, let me see if it works. Okay, Google, play some trivia.
Nice. This is the part where the music starts and I get to be a game show host. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And it goes through this cool little trivia game where you can go back and forth and play some trivia. It's pretty cool.
Welcome to Are You Feeling Lucky?
And I can just click like that on the top of it, just a small tap at any time to stop it. So that's one of the trivia things. And they got little reminders, but those are all not made by Google. Some of those are made by outside companies, so you have to know the exact phrases to say. Some things that I expected to, like, I guess since this is hooked to my Google Play services, when I wanted to play a song and I was like, save that song or thumbs up that song, something I would naturally do on my phone, like, oh, I want to save that to listen to it later, because there's no front display on this, so I don't know every time what random song is playing, and I'm like, hey, I like that tune, let me save it. It always doesn't do that. You can't save it to a playlist that you have created or anything like that, but it can play a playlist that you have created. It just doesn't work that friendly with all the products as of yet. I've heard and I read that, updates will be coming soon to help better integrate the products, but as of now, it's not there yet. So yeah, as far as living in the Google ecosystem, especially if you have an Android phone, I would say even if you don't have an Android phone, because I just had an iPhone probably a month ago, it works well. It just works seamlessly well. It works for all the drawbacks it has. It outweighs. It's something I can see if I gave to my mom, she would be able to pick up quicker than probably the Alexas, unless she already lived in the Amazon ecosystem. So this is definitely a buy. This is a FlyTech buy. This is definitely recommended 100% by me. I don't think you will regret it when you hear the sound quality alone just for playing music, asking what the weather is, traffic updates, streaming podcasts. Just if you're a media consumer, this will help you out. Big again for me. For some reason I get logged out of my Nest app all the time, and my girlfriend never logs into hers. So I just, instead of logging in, it's late at night, I get hot to say those magic words, which I can't say because it'll cut on, and tell it to cut on the air, and that's what it does. I don't have to roll over, I don't have to get my phone. It's just amazing. It doesn't read text messages or take calls and all that cool stuff yet. Heard that's supposed to be rolling out. Is that much of a deal for me? Not really, because you could be on the creep, you don't want your text message read. And my girlfriend just looked at me. I'm just joking. Stay faithful. Yeah, but that's supposed to be rolling out soon, but just for mom, dad, brother, yourself, buy this. This is awesome. This is, even if they come out with a Gen 2 version, I'm happy with this. The sound alone, again, Smash love it. I love it. My girl, the FlyTechs love it. Check this out. This is definitely a buy for me. So just to keep this sweet and short, this is a definite buy. The positives outweigh the negatives. So make sure y'all subscribe, man. Punch that subscribe button. I'm gonna be coming with, let's see what we got over here. I got this controller, got a review. I'm about to switch phones. I had the Note for a while, I had the iPhone for a while. I got so much cool stuff to review for y'all. My little man Smash might drop a couple videos. Subscribe. I'm on Google Plus. I'm on @NotSoTechnicalThomas everywhere on Instagram. Hit me up. Be doing live videos. I might show you the fits, show you the hat, show you the kicks, all that stuff. Remember, I'm the flyest, most not technical tech reviewer out there. So, holla at me. I just review cool stuff. Peace.